Welcome back, everybody. It is the Brass Tacks Podcast, episode 41. We are your hosts, Rick and Adam. My name is Rick.
Yeah.
That's Adam, and we are joined by the lovely and talented Executive Intern Logan, back with us once again.
Hello.
Welcome back, my friend. We are reunited. The Holy Trinity has come back together to bring you guys some updates and some perspective on some of the bullshit that's been going down recently. It's kind of unavoidable to we can't really not mention it at this point. We're being inundated with virus shit, with riot shit, all kinds of stuff. But this past week, I got a fucking message from a complete stranger, just somebody who listens to the show. They're like, yo, man, when's Intern Logan coming back? And I was like, God damn it. It makes me physically ill that Intern Logan has fans now. So, to whoever you are, sir, he's back.
You.
Yeah, he's back. He's back. Welcome back, sir. Good to have you. Thanks for making it in. Given all the rioting and the virus talk that's been going on. And fucking Adam Adam comes over today and he's like, yo, dude, fucking had a dream you were drinking again and shit like that. I've been invading Adam's dreams with my alcoholism.
It's true. Yeah, I dreamt last night.
Whoops.
They were talking about, I don't know, you were helping someone with something, so they're like, yeah, I had a few beers. I was like, what?
Just nonchalantly.
Yeah, very nonchalant, like, oh, yeah.
After like a year and a half of discipline and not even like touching the shit, I relapse it because I have to move a sofa.
Yeah, like, well, might as well drink a Coors Banquet.
I mean, that would be, if I was ever going to relapse and go back.
Be Coors Banquet.
Well, no, it wouldn't, first of all. It would probably be a nice, like an ice-cold Yingling. Something that I have some nostalgia, some memory attached to.
They were a good rock, or a rap group, rather. The Yingling.
Oh.
The Yingling twins aren't.
Shut up, dude. You want another one? I fucked up that first one. First turkey crash of the day, dude. I fuck it up. But no, dude, I would go with like a Yingling or my old go-to, which was just hard whiskey, handles at a time.
No, you were a big Crown Royale guy with cheese.
Yeah, that is a whiskey. Smart guy.
Yeah, well, I'm just not trash. I don't drink Crown Royal. So
what's trashy about Crown Royal?
It comes in a velvet bag.
That's classy. It's tacky, but it's classy.
It's tacky.
Whatever, dude. I hate how Adam, you always try to be the fucking authority on things. Just if it's something Adam doesn't do, like reading, something that
it's true.
Something that learned people do, something that functional, like productive members of society do. If Adam doesn't do it, no matter how productive the activity is, it's stupid to him, and you're an idiot for doing it. Yeah. So I don't trust your opinion on alcohol. So what do you know?
Not much.
Fucking trashy Ukrainian drinking vodka and swilling down borscht.
That's about it.
Can't trust your opinion on shit.
Scallops and borscht.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a myth.
It's not a myth.
It's a myth.
Adam won't admit that Ukrainians eat scallops and borscht.
It's just not true. Call in. People know.
Yeah, feel free to call in, guys. But Adam mixes in a can of Mountain Dew Baja Blast with his borscht. Gives a little extra kick.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
When you want it to come out the same way.
Baja Blast.
But let's see, we got a shitload of stuff to cover today, so let's go ahead and cut right through the malarkey and hit into some bad news.
Well, I've got some good news and some bad news.
Okay, give me the bad news.
What's the bad news?
They're dead.
This whole thing fucking sucks. I mean, this is the biggest pile of shit.
All right, so as we all know, for the past 3 days or so, there have been riots all over the United States. Basically, the catalyst was the murder of George Floyd, an unarmed black man who was murdered by a police officer in Minneapolis, Missouri. And we're kind of so Adam actually brought a lot.
Whoa.
What's up?
Minneapolis is in what state?
I thought it was Minnesota.
I believe you said Missouri.
Oh, did I?
Go to the tape.
Yeah, I probably
said
did.
Minneapolis, Missouri.
It's all the same out there to me.
Not.
Like those
Missouri
states
and Minneapolis, very different. One's a hot, humid place, and then you have Minnesota that's cold and fucking gets a lot of snow.
Well, again, okay,
And
Mr.
it borders
fucking
Canada. So, what are you doing?
I'm sorry, I don't fucking know. I'm not that awesome at geography.
Apparently, you didn't read. I'm not reading.
I do remember saying Missouri though. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking of Ozark. I've been on a big Ozark kick lately. I'm just covering for myself. I'm an idiot, dude. There's no excuse for it. Minneapolis, Minnesota. Excuse me. Jesus fuck, dude.
Wow, it took you long enough.
But yeah. So Adam, as well as another one of my buddies, they've been sending me some stuff throughout the week. These aren't any ordinary protests. And before we get super far into this whole thing, I want to state just before we get into all this bullshit involved with these riots, personally, I do think that they're justified. I think everything happening needed to happen. I think that, in the past, peaceful assembly hasn't really worked for us. It hasn't really worked without some sort of some sort of catalyst that later on begot violence of some sort. Generally peaceful protest goes unheard. You generally have to set some shit on fire to make a statement, and I think that's what's going on right now. And at this point in these riots, it's transcended George Floyd. I think it goes back to something that you and I talk about, Adam, the fact that people feel as though they're living in a broken system. The people that are supposed to represent us do not represent us. The people that are supposed to protect us do not protect us. And I think people are just tired of it.
It's just like the LA riots.
Very similar, same catalyst. Again, just a complete...
Don't be a truck driver in the LA riots.
What do you mean?
Well, one guy got dragged out of his truck and almost beat to death.
Oh, yeah.
Because he was white, but... Yeah.
There was actually a guy, there was a man in one of the rioters in Minneapolis. He went to, I think it was like a used car lot or something like that. But the store owner shot him dead right there as he was getting ready to loot the building there. So it's crazy because law enforcement's overwhelmed clearly, and now just today we're seeing the National Guard pull out of Minneapolis. We're seeing that the president's kind of stoking the fire with his tweets and stuff like that, and he's always trying to be so mysterious and cryptic with it. But now we're at a point where the actual military is moving into Minneapolis, and we have the potential to really see the bloodshed become more prevalent, because up until now, a few fatalities here and there, but it's mostly just been property damage and people kind of rioting together.
Yeah, I think maybe the protests were relatively peaceful. I think there's agent provocateurs.
Right.
And I think there's federal agent provocateurs doing certain things around there to try to escalate other people, that herd mentality. If they see them do that, they just threw that brick to that wall.
Yeah.
We're all going to do it. I think there's provocateurs.
Well, not only are there Asian Tupac Shakurs, but there's also just cops, like plainclothes cops.
Well, that's what the agent provocateurs are. Well, plainclothes.
Let me finish my goddamn sentence. I was also going to say, you also have uniformed police officers like we saw here in Denver.
Oh, yeah.
They're literally, we'll get to the clip later on, but the cops are literally going out of their way to provoke the protests and inflame an already delicate situation. And that just goes to show you that it's a justified protest, it's a justified riot. These law enforcement officers are actively out there provoking,
escalating.
Yeah.
Escalating.
Yeah. And it's a
rather than de-escalating, which should be the goal of police, right?
Exactly.
But
exactly.
You see that probably for the past 2 decades where it's been a policy change between de-escalating a situation and now we need to escalate this to the max and flex our muscle. But that backfires. Then you have no respect from the community.
Exactly. And I think what they were expecting, initially what they were expecting with this whole curfew thing and with the implementation of the National Guard, they were expecting the people to back down, and instead it just infuriated them even further. And now we're seeing the numbers grow each night, where traditionally in riots in the past, they tend to slowly trickle down and just kind of dissipate. But right now it's like day 4. And we're in full swing. Now the actual military is moving in. It's going to be a very interesting night to see some of these live streams.
Oh no, dude!
And I got to say, I have to express how grateful I am to a lot of these independent journalists and a lot of these independent media outlets that are literally just risking their asses
Trying
going
to shout
down
out
there.
Unicorn Riot.
Well, I mean, yeah, I mean, I really do enjoy that stream, and the dude's right there in the heart of it all, man. And like, you're hearing opinions from everyone, dude. He's interviewing everyone. It's one of the most in-depth looks into the psyche of these rioters and these protesters that you can get. I mean, you're not going to get that on the mainstream media. These people are afraid to even approach the masses, and not only that, but it would go. I mean, if you actually sat there and interviewed these people and heard them out, it would go against the narrative that all these media outlets are pushing, all these mainstream media outlets.
Well, they've been pushing a narrative that's bunk for years.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, and again, going back to you and my other buddy sending me some clips this week, this was one that a buddy of mine sent me earlier this morning. So basically what we have here is a tweet from a guy that was down, I think it was Dallas. Yeah. So he's in downtown Dallas, and as the rioters were starting to move down the street, like as the police were kind of pushing the protesters down the road there, these guys were a little bit ahead of the crowd, and they discovered pallets of bricks on the corners of intersections, like ready to go.
Yep.
So I'm going to play the audio on this so you can kind of get his perspective.
Yeah, they put them there. This the setup. They put them there on purpose, y'all know where we at.
There's like a waist-high pile of bricks, like a pallet.
Come on now. I ain't even gonna say what name it is. Hey, where do them bricks go to? Where do them bricks go to? Where do them bricks go to? We gotta do better. Ain't no damn construction. Gotta do better. Ain't no damn construction around here. I see. Ain't no damn construction around here. You just gonna set a pallet of bricks right there. Oh, okay. Listen, I did jury duty 3 months ago. Y'all don't keep no bricks right there. Do better.
So these people
He did jury duty 3 months ago, he said?
Yeah, I think the bricks are outside.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, the bricks are outside the courthouse, and he was saying that he was in that building.
Oh, I mean, someone put those fucking bricks there.
Right. What he's saying is that he was in that building previously, and there's no construction or anything like that.
Nothing's going on. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I really have to hand it to the protesters, because all these videos coming out, the protesters are not afraid to corner some of these agent provocateurs and call them out and get them on film. But
there's a problem. These guys are wearing full gas masks. They're almost unidentifiable.
Right.
Like, that's the biggest problem. Someone's got to fucking tackle that guy, take his mask off, fucking film him. Be like, I got this motherfucker.
Yeah.
Now his face is there. He's going to have some record. Oh, he joined the FBI at this point, or blah, blah, blah. There's going to be some...
There's going to be some connection to federal agencies.
You could, and people on certain internet channels will be able to expose this kind of stuff.
No, you're right, and that's what it's been.
You know?
I mean... So that's the thing. And
there's provocateurs, Richard.
Yes, I know that, and it's right. The next step is they need to start physically taking these people down.
They're dividing us up, man, even more.
Well, they're trying.
They're trying to, because there's going to be the people in the suburbs,
like
us, be like, oh, some people will be like, whoa, what are they all rioting? We know what they're rioting about.
Yeah.
But they're going to do. They're just trying to divide us. If these protests were peaceful, there's no conversation. It's like, what are you fucking doing?
Exactly.
It seemed to me they were somewhat peaceful in Denver as well. But when people are driving by shooting, cops, the police, there's
police
video.
in police vehicles.
Yep, there's video with their window down shooting.
Yep. I have the video. Did you see that video, Logan? Here, check this out. Dude. So this was yesterday in downtown Denver. Let me make sure the volume's not going to blast our faces. So I think it's the next car. Yeah, his window's down. Look at that. These protesters aren't doing shit, dude. They were literally just walking across the street. This SUV cop comes by and bear maces the entire fucking line.
Sprays everyone on the sidewalks, basically.
Yeah.
They're not even blocking the road.
No.
Right.
No, exactly. They were just crossing in an intersection.
Yeah. And we've walked that road how many times?
It's
several
road in Denver.
16th Street. That's 16th Street.
And not only have we walked that road several times, but we've seen disturbances amongst people. We've seen violence, and cops are nowhere to be found, dude. These motherfuckers deserve every bit of what they're getting right now, and it's not even... I hope it doesn't end, dude. I really hope that by the end of all this, I hope a lesson gets learned. I hope that these
every time.
Protesters and these rioters are vindicated somehow. Something's got to fucking change, dude. No matter where you are, where you're from, how you're living, if you're anywhere near being the common citizen like we all are, you're fucking tired of this shit. And I mean, none of us here, obviously none of us in this room have ever really suffered any of these injustices that like the Black and Hispanic communities and just anyone that's not white. We don't understand exactly what it's like to go through the shit they're going through, but we do know that there is a problem somewhere in our system, and and it's fucking them up. You know what I mean? It's fucking them up disproportionately. And when we try to assemble, when we try to go about it the right way, these fucking assholes are out here provoking violence.
Provocateurs.
And I think this...
All right.
Asian Tupac Shakurs.
Exactly.
I think this set of riots is kind of just the one that's like the tipping point for it, that because they've been growing in numbers, as you guys have said.
Right.
It's not slowing down.
Exactly. And that's the thing, is that, you know, no matter who you are, where you're from, dude, you know that something is innately is fundamentally wrong with pretty much the entire framework of the United States. It's geared towards one small group of people to benefit off the backs of the fucking people that are living hand to mouth in this country. Regardless of your sexual orientation, your ethnicity, your religious beliefs, we're all getting butt fucked right now by the system that's supposed to represent us.
Everyone's getting butt fucked except for a small group of people.
The only people that aren't are the ones who are making the money.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
And the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, them rules, dude.
Setting the rules of the game.
But it's really interesting. I don't know. I just like, it's stuff like this. Whenever shit like this pops off, I don't feel as isolated from humanity as I usually do, because it's really easy for us to get into our own little bubbles, and it's really easy for us to get into our own little heads, and especially during the quarantine and all this virus crap, it's only isolated us more from one another. So to see this happen seemingly overnight for a very good cause and a very righteous cause, and to see as many different people out in the street kind of doing this all as one, it doesn't make me feel so alienated from my fellow man anymore.
Right, but where is the mainstream or the whatever, the mainstream media talking? Why aren't they bringing this up? They're not bringing this up.
They can't get, first of all, if you've been watching the live streams and stuff, mainstream media is having a very tough time penetrating into the riots themselves, because these protesters and these rioters don't want them anywhere fucking near them.
The age of provocateurs, dude, don't want mainstream media to catch them on their high definition films, dude.
Well, no, I've seen these protesters physically remove reporters
Fox
and
News
cameras
probably
and
isn't
shit.
helping themselves out with a lot of this stuff anyway.
Well,
so.
just and CNN too. CNN. Well, there's two
CNN
separate.
got arrested.
Well, there's two separate occasions with CNN. I've seen CNN reporters on these live streams getting physically pushed out by fellow rioters and stuff like that. They don't want mainstream media anywhere near them because they know they're going to distort the truth.
They're going to lie. They're going to lie. They're going to set some bullshit narrative.
They're going to find the crazy guy in the crowd.
They set bullshit narratives on everything. Iraq, Afghanistan. Syria. They tried to get us into Syria. They tried to trick us into getting into Syria. Multiple times. They just keep trying.
And the only
gas
reason
attack.
We stopped in Syria was because Russia got involved.
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, they tried to say there was gas attacks. Well, those are coming out now. Those are fucking fake. Obama almost got us into war with Syria because of that fake. That he knew was fake.
Right.
Everyone knew that was in power. It was fake.
Well, that right there is the problem, is the fact that everyone knows it's fake, but we do it.
But the media was really pushing it. But here's the problem. The media was pushing it. It's supposed to be independent. It's not. It's a bunch. It's a handful of really wealthy people who have a lot of power, like all those CNN, Fox News, all those guys. They can sway stuff, so governments come to them.
Well, they own more than one media outlet. That's the thing. Is they're a conglomerate of media outlets that push the narrative.
We've seen that by a couple years ago, or maybe even less. Like there was a clip taken from all the local channel newses. The story was verbatim the same. The language. So there's large groups handing out the news. Hey, you need to talk about this and say it like this.
Right. I've actually
seen. There's no independent news. Well, there is, but it's not on CNN or Fox News or MSNBC.
It's your private investigators. Private journalists.
Exactly. You have to be doing your due diligence and looking at these other groups. Tim Pool.
Well, another problem that
Kyle Kalinske.
Right.
Jimmy Dore.
Another problem that we're facing in terms of the media's reach and the narratives that they're trying to push into the zeitgeist, I guess. a big problem is the fact that they own these media outlets. They own a conglomerate of media outlets, but they also have their hands in social media, and they can control the narrative.
Everything.
And we're seeing now that these independent media outlets, like, you can watch them. They're on every night covering these protests. But when you try to find their channels on YouTube, you try to find their channels on any of these streaming platforms, they are buried. They are buried pages deep, dude.
Shadow banned, hidden, dude. Tucked under a blanket.
It's just insane. And you're looking at all these. I mean, dude, Facebook's algorithm. I mean, dude, just on an individual basis. I mean, on an individual level, like just my own experience with Facebook. Last week, I tried to run an ad for Eyes Wide Shut. Our last episode.
Great episode. Look it up.
Yeah, download that, please.
It's amazing.
But thank you. But so I was running an ad, right? And basically all I did was I gave the same description of the episode that I gave if you go to like Apple Podcasts or something like that. It basically just gave a rundown. It involved the names of Epstein and fucking Biden, of course, because that's who we covered. Fucking Facebook rejects the ad. Then they proceed to send me a second message that said that because it involved the names of public figures and one running for office, I had to provide 2 forms of ID so they could verify that I'm an actual human being and I'm not in allegiance with another political party, and I'm not trying to sway an election. So obviously I'm not doing that. So what I did was I reworded the article, or I reworded the description, and I basically word for word put in the episode description what Facebook was wanting me to do with the ad. And it took them like 2 days. You could tell they were kind of in a catch-22 because they read the thing and they're like, fuck, you know, his ad description is literally like exposing everything we just told him to do. But they ran the ad anyway, and it did way better than I think a normal breakdown of that episode would have done. So they kind of effed themselves in the A, but their discoverability, if you're a no-name, if you're a small show, like if you're just still growing like we are, you really have an uphill battle if you want people to see your show. If you want new people to see your show, you're in fucking trouble. Unless you want to pay tens of thousands of dollars for, you know, these stupid ads. Or you're famous
already, and then you decide to do it.
Right.
But even those guys struggle.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Pay someone with a big enough name to come on your show.
Right.
That's true.
Get a big name. Get a big name.
And YouTube's been doing this thing recently where now it's like, now any independent media is just getting buried, and what they're doing is, you know, years ago you'd look back at CNN's YouTube channel, not a lot of views for a global news network, but now millions and millions.
They put them to the top.
Yeah,
they force them to the top.
There has to be some kind of regulation.
They're not even paying for it, I bet.
No, not at all. Not at all.
That's what the problem is. These guys, the YouTubes, the Facebooks,
yeah,
all those motherfuckers used to be part of the cause.
Right.
When I was in my 20s, they were at the Google, those guys, all Facebook, they were all at the forefront of not pushing for, you know, because there was a bill that was going to come out even then to end net neutrality and stuff.
Yeah.
They all fought against it. Suddenly, now they're even more powerful. There wasn't one fucking blip on these big tech companies, and they pushed it fucking through with whatever that motherfucker's name is.
Which one?
Likes Kit Kat bars.
Oh,
he's the
big ass buck teeth.
He's an Indian guy. Dude. Yeah, exactly.
Why can't I remember?
The NSA or something
yeah, and he became the new FCC guy. So, and he made this case, and then it's out like a fart in the wind.
How is that legal? Gone. How is that even okay?
Because it's about the dollars, dude. And then I think if you get enough dollars, you get a spot at the seat, like a seat at the whatever.
You get a say in the narrative.
It's their
secret cabal.
Yeah, and it's
careful. I'm gonna be red pilling everybody out here.
No, but there's, I mean, Jeff Bezos, he's gonna be worth $1 trillion in a couple decades.
I know.
He could buy America if he wanted to. You don't think they're sitting him down? You don't think saying,
absolutely.
Hey, scratch my back because
he's getting that talk the president gets.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe we won't fucking scratch your back, but look, we'll make you even more rich.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to do some stuff for us too.
It's if you play ball, we won't scratch your head off in Dallas somewhere.
Well, AWS
with a supposed single shooter
Amazon
in a
Web
fucking
Services.
book depository.
Dude, Amazon Web Services. That they also host dark fiber for the CIA. They have a huge contract with the government. Amazon Web Services.
There's too many conflicts of interest.
CIA and I don't know if it's NSA as well.
Quit tapping on the table like you're making.
Look, I mean business. These people get it.
Adam's trying to be profound over here, tapping the table like he's really giving us the business.
But they're paying. They have contracts with the government that they should be independent of.
Right.
You're too powerful. You cannot be involved in the government.
Well, they're global platforms. That's the problem.
There's money in government. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Right? So this rich guy could buy every politician he wants.
Well, those contracts
so
are sure
that's another
thing.
issue too, though.
Yeah, it's just disparaging when you look at how broken this system is, and then to what I really hate is when I'm seeing these common people who have nothing to gain from bitching about these riots and bitching about these protesters, like, oh, I just don't agree with so and so. It's like, oh, but you agree with fucking grinding your life away for somebody else's money so that you can take a couple years off and then realize you have to go back to work in your late 60s. Because because you got fucked by the system that you were paying into all this time.
Your wages haven't changed in 25 years.
Yeah,
even though the cost of inflation has increased.
Exactly,
3.5% over year at least.
That's the thing is like none of us have to fucking think too hard to find a reason to go out there and set something on fire. It's extreme, but I mean it's necessary. And
is it necessary to drink my own pee? No, it's sterile and it tastes good. Dodgeball reference, look it up.
Yeah, we all know, Adam.
Not everyone knows.
You fucking throwing out movie references from literally like almost 2 decades ago.
Look, that was Justin Long's.
That was his peak?
Yeah.
I always thought Tusk was Justin Long's peak.
Look, that dude doesn't get enough respect. He's a funny actor, man, and
he died pretty good.
He's a good actor, and
Jeepers Creepers.
They put him in a lot of movies. Like he's pretty funny.
Jeepers Creepers. Dodgeball.
Yeah, where'd you get those peepers? Yep.
Dodgeball. Tusk. What else has he been in? Oh, yeah, Zack and Miri. He was a gay porn actor in Zack and Miri.
Yeah, it's okay. So
he's hilarious.
How come he wasn't like Franco and those guys didn't get him on that, like, this is the end or anything?
Because he would have outacted all of them. He would have fucking acted circles around them.
Yeah.
Justin 100%. Long is a gift to theater. He deserves more time in the spotlight.
Okay. Well, let's not go that far, but he's a good actor. Deserves respect.
Fair enough. But so getting back to the whole riot thing, here in Colorado, before we were sitting down to start recording and everything like that, intern Logan pulled up, and as we were getting back into my room, the mayor of Denver issued a curfew for 8:00 p.m., which is going to be extremely interesting to watch because the past couple of nights, Denver's been going through some pretty serious shit with their protesting and whatnot. Like when they were at the Capitol building, there was like a guy that drove by and shot at the protesters.
Is there a lot of states that this is happening in?
Yes, several.
Okay,
yeah, actually, whenever we're done with the episode,
is it okay?
Yeah, when we're done with the episode,
I was a little shocked with Denver. I mean, look, I work down there. There's protests all the time about weird shit.
Right.
So I
guess
also
the end of the world guys are out there all the time.
Dude,
it's not strange.
You might have even been there a couple times. There was like some free Tibet protests and stuff.
Yeah,
like,
I've participated in those before.
I think Tibet should be free.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm with that.
I did a protest for Sri Lanka not like super long ago too. I was just, I don't know. Sometimes when you got the extra time,
look, Dolph
just
Lundgren
add to the numbers. You know what I mean?
Protested.
Add to the numbers. You see some people pissed off about some shit. If whatever they're pissed off about, you're pissed off about, take some time out of your day and go get pissed off in a big group. You know what I mean?
Being pissed off is better than what?
Being pissed on.
There you go.
I'll be looking for a new host and a new intern next week. Welcome back to the first and the final reunion show. Brass tacks or retrospect. But no, so yeah, it's not strange to see people protesting down there, but what is strange is to see how aggressive the police are treating these protesters because usually they keep a distance. And the thing is we saw with our own eyes peaceful protesters, some just regular citizens walking down the street. Our Denver police, unprovoked, drove by an entire crowded sidewalk and emptied a mace canister into the crowd.
For no reason.
That's unacceptable.
For no reason. No one was, burn this motherfucker down.
Exactly. And you're not going to get
throwing
that.
Stuff at the cops.
No.
Nothing.
And most of the time, you're not going to get that in Denver.
They weren't even trying to block the cops.
No.
They were letting them pass freely. Like.
Yeah.
Why do that?
Because you're a piece of shit and it's a fucking system that needs to get checked.
It's a broken... Look, I've dated 2 police officer broads in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bring up some police shit. So many moons ago.
What the fuck?
You've seen I showed you a picture of one of the chicks
dating cops. That's gross.
She wasn't the cop at the time.
She
became a cop. The other one was a cop at the time. Long story.
Adam got caught with H in his asshole, and she was like, "All right, it was just some big bruiser-looking bitch."
No, you remember
looks like a linebacker.
You know that Italian chick? I showed you a picture. I showed you a picture before. I think
I'll have to see again. What was that, Logan?
Gabagool.
Yeah. No, but I get it. And then I know people who are police officers today.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Adam's over here trying to be mysterious again.
well,
I know people.
The one person I do know is a very good person and a pretty stand-up person when it comes to being a police officer. He's left police offices. Departments.
Right.
I guess you
precincts.
precincts.
It's
Before,
an industry term.
Well, there was a police precinct he was with that was like, look, pull people over. I don't care what it's for. If you have, we'll make up something.
Yes.
And he's like, I got to get the fuck out of here. This is fucked up.
Yeah.
Like this is not how policing should be. But at that, nothing matters what I'm saying until the butt comes. So, but there's a systemic problem, dude.
Right.
How the psychological examinations are going on.
Yeah.
How are they finding these people?
They're not vetting them.
There's no good vetting, and even if they fuck up at another, it's like teachers.
The priests. Yes,
it's like teachers or
pedophile-
priests.
Yes,
they fuck up at one department. Well, they'll go apply for a department in another state.
Yeah,
and their records are sealed. By the way, that other department doesn't get anything what they did because
right.
it's some kind of union laws.
That's absolutely ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous.
If I fuck up at my job, they could. If I go apply for another job, they can call that job and say, "What the fuck's going on?"
Yeah. Well, that's
police unions and stuff. You can't do anything.
That's the fucked up part, though. It's just another thing that divides us from them. Is like we're not held to those. We don't get those amenities. We don't get those luxuries to have. Because we're all gonna fuck up sometime in our lives. I've lost jobs before, and it's been completely due to my own fault.
Oh, that's shocking to me.
But there's some that weren't. Fuck you, man. Why don't you just keep dreaming about my alcoholism and fucking telling yourself that you don't have a problem. But I don't know, dude. It's one of those things. I kind of lost my train of thought there when you fucking. What are you writing?
Red pill, dude.
What are you writing over there? He's got this nice ornate pen and he's over there writing notes. All right. Logan's taking calls from the agent over here. But no, I don't know, man. It's you're right. There's a problem that they're able to just fucking move from point A to point B. There's absolutely zero information given about the circumstances under which why they left in the first place or why they were let go. That's an issue. We've got a lot of issues like that. They can hire.
It doesn't matter. And look, maybe police have some. You go to some places in New Jersey, like sheriffs are making over $100,000 a year. Okay,
yeah.
So there's some places the police are getting paid good money. Right. Not everywhere. But here's the thing. Like I heard a good quote from Jimmy Dore the other day.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Look, you hear police say, they say I just want to get home safe to my family at night."
Yeah.
No, that's not what you didn't sign up for that. Actually, you signed up
to make front
sure.
line.
Well, to make sure I get home safe at night.
Right.
Not you. Your job is actually like if you sign up for the military.
Yeah, exactly.
You didn't sign up to come home safe at night. That's not what you're about. You're about to do what you're fucking told.
Yeah.
And you're about to...
And you know the deal going in.
Right. So as a police officer, you should be... I'm making sure when I'm on my shift, everyone's getting home safe at night.
Right.
Everyone,
even if it takes me giving my life.
Exactly. That's part of the description. If you don't want to sign up for that, that's a whole different issue. I get it. The job is tough.
Yeah.
It's not an easy job. You see the dregs of society every day, but you also see a lot of people just in a bad spot.
Right.
And I think it jades a lot of people. People get really jaded.
Well, it compounds. They see a lot. They witness a lot. They don't want to talk about it openly because also there's a machismo that comes along with this whole
They're
law
all
enforcement
protecting
thing.
each other, which is another thing. Like even the people I know, they would never speak out against another cop. It's too dangerous.
Dude, it's funny you bring that up.
You will get fucking fucked if you do that.
Right.
If you see another cop doing something but wrong.
Well,
that's not how it should work.
It's funny that you bring that up because just the other day I was at the store and I know there's a guy that comes in. He was a cop and I'm about to tell you why he's not anymore. But he came in and he was real relieved. He was happier than usual. And I was like, "Hey, how's it going, man?" He's like, "I just quit my fucking job." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And he goes, I'm not working for so-and-so police department anymore, dude." He was like, "They're having me do the same thing where they're like, yeah, bring somebody in, we'll find a charge later." They were like, just bump those numbers up. They were having him bargain with his integrity on a daily basis. And he said because I asked him, I was like, why don't you speak out? Why don't you say something to someone? And he was like, the system's designed from the ground up to protect these people. And if I do anything to go against that system, they are going to ruin my name and I'm not going to have a job.
Your pension's going to be fucked. Your everything is going to be fucked.
He's like, my references, I'll not get a job again. Right. I'm not going to have a pension. I'm not like everything I put years and I put my life on the line for, I'm not going to have.
Right.
It just goes out the window. Yep. But yeah, I mean, it's the thing that's sad, man. That's sad. This guy was happy, and I feel, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy that he's happy. But the thing is like we can't keep sweeping it under the rug. I mean, at the end of the day, someone's gonna have to be them.
Not we. There needs to be an oh shit moment with the police departments right now.
Right.
I think that moment's coming very soon.
Yeah, I mean, but that's the thing is they seem to keep doubling down on their fucking ignorance and they just keep using more and more force.
You got to have each other's back, but look, you need to make it a point to de-escalate.
Right.
De-escalate, not I need to escalate this to the max.
We got to organize to a certain extent.
Stop resisting. I'm not resisting. Stop still. It doesn't matter. Stop resisting.
Yeah.
There was nothing going on with that guy. He was subdued, handcuffed. He
4 officers.
He didn't need to do that. Why are you doing that?
And he was being compliant the entire time.
The whole time he was being polite. He's like, sir, I cannot breathe. Please. Where's he going to go? He's handcuffed.
Yeah.
And that guy fucking worked with that guy.
Yeah, they knew each other. Yeah.
That motherfucker knew that guy. So there's something more to this.
Exactly.
Potentially.
Well, that's the thing. If they knew each other, the thing is if they knew each other and it was a good relationship, he wouldn't have treated him like that. If they knew each other personally and some kind of slight happened, I mean, we got to remember this is like some little white dude who like clearly has like a weird kind of
I haven't spent a lot of time looking at the guy, so
he's a weasel. He's a weasel. Yeah, okay. And he's got multiple. He's already killed people before. He's already shot people, unarmed people.
Well, he had multiple complaints, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like
and his brother-in-law who he was a cop with. So he was married. His wife's leaving him now. But his wife's brother, I think they were partners or whatever, but they both had multiple complaints against him. There was a long history of these guys abusing the badge. Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing is like, I also don't like that bitch either. Everybody's congratulating this bitch for leaving the husband, but it's like, who the fuck he is.
She knew.
You know exactly who the fuck he is because your brother's just as fucked up and you're just as fucked up for being around them.
She's just as fucked up as that guy.
And the only reason
punk
she's
ass shit
leaving is to protect herself.
Exactly.
Yep. She's
wants
leaving to protect her part of whatever retirement he has.
Yeah.
But
she's about to take that ass though. But another thing that pisses me off, what a slap in the face it was to charge him with 3rd-degree murder. Sorry, dude, that's first degree.
3rd degree.
It means that it wasn't premeditated. Yeah. It means that it was a circumstantial kind of thing. It happened in the progress of him like performing his duties or some shit.
That's not true.
I'm not super versed on it either, but I know that it should have been 1st-degree murder. The dude fucking killed a guy in broad daylight intentionally.
People were telling him to stop, and that was probably why he didn't stop.
Exactly.
Because it's about the power.
Yep.
You can't say you're wrong. You can never. Have you ever seen a cop say they're wrong?
Never. Well, actually, you know what?
That's a problem.
Hold on. I have close friends and family who are in law enforcement.
Same here.
They are outliers, but they are the same.
Here.
They're the same. They actually do own up to their shit. I've seen them. I've heard nothing but good things about these people. These are people I've lived around and been friends with my entire life. I know they're good people, but they are outliers in the areas in which they're working, dude. It's not a matter of there being some good, some bad. It's a matter of the bad heavily outweighing the good right now.
Yes. And heavily influencing the good to not speak out.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
They isolate the good. The good have no way of organizing and becoming stronger. You're isolated.
Fucking rat if you do.
Yeah.
You're a fucking rat if you rat out a guy that's doing fucked up shit. Like, and then how's that guy who knows about it too is like, your life's gonna get fucked. You're mentally gonna be fucked from that too. Like,
absolutely,
you can't be real.
No, that's the thing.
What the law is actually doing. I've met a lot of good cops around here where we live. I've not run into too much problems.
Yeah.
I don't want to jinx myself. I haven't been pulled over, but
knock on that table again. I'll fucking knock on you, dude.
Oh, now.
What a piece of shit. What a piece of shit.
But I've seen some fucked up situations, and where I worked down in Denver before.
Absolutely. Well, that's where you see it. And also, I'm pretty new to this area. I've only been in this area. Like, I'm a little bit outside of Denver, like in the suburb areas, but like
you were still in the suburbs before, but
But yeah, a little bit closer, and the cops where I was before,
suburbs,
they were a little bit more aggressive.
Oh, they had to be.
Out here.
They had to be. There was some turned up shit.
Well, yeah. Stop fucking with the mic arm. But it's you just love to make sound effects the entire time. Adam thinks it adds to the ambiance. He thinks it's like
this is real, dude. You know, this is real.
He thinks that all these sound effects and all these annoying noises are like it's like guerrilla broadcasting, man.
Yeah,
We're
man,
being
this is
edgy,
raw, dude. This is raw shit here, dude.
God, I hope that fucking mic short circuits and just blows your teeth out the back of your neck. Bag of shit. I haven't had any run-ins with the cops around here though. Thank God. But so far from what I've seen people get pulled over. I've seen a lot of them encountering drunks around the shop and stuff like that. But
you've gotten pulled over before in your last place.
Well, that was a different precinct. That was a different county. But what I have to say about what I've seen so far out of the police, just to that police this area, pretty decent guys. I'm seeing them they pull over a lot of people in the parking lot where I work because it's literally right off of Lowell there, and it's a big area. You can pull over people. It's pretty safe. But never seen an issue. They don't heavy hand people. I've seen them pull over everyone from everywhere, every color you can imagine. It seems like we got a pretty good community here. So let's start somewhere and start influencing the people around us, because fucking Denver's got a goddamn problem. I mean, dude, just last year they were in trouble for some of the same shit, shooting an unarmed black man in the back. Yeah. That was a big thing here, and there were protests and stuff like that, but now it's just getting bigger. Now it's a long time coming. It's not just George Floyd anymore. It's everyone who's ever lost somebody or been a victim of the police or of the system that we're living in.
You're not even whoever's lost somebody, like you said. Whoever's just been pulled over.
Just been fucked up
and
by the system.
And even just pulled over and has had a bad experience with a cop.
Yeah.
Everyone, I feel like, has had that story.
Absolutely. Well, it's not. First of all, raise your hand if you don't feel like you're doing something wrong when you're even driving near a cop. You should not feel like that.
Wrong. And I'm like, oh fuck, because they can pull you over for anything. First of all,
right?
They will make something up to pull you over.
It's also proven that when they do the drug hits on the drug dog and stuff like that, they'll make it bark, they'll make it hit, and then they'll say, "Oh,
yep."
Oh,
and not even that.
Goes.
Those quick drug testing things.
Yeah, those are horse shit.
Have been proven to be almost never accurate. They give out false positives almost all the time. They've done the tests.
Well, don't forget the cops that actually plant drugs in those tests and shit like that. That's
or they turn their
thing.
cameras on it and then plant drugs and then my camera was on. I've been exposed.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, exactly. That guy's a fucking turkey. But that's the thing. If you're abusing the badge at that level, your punishment should be so much harsher than an average citizen's.
It should be
absolutely.
double.
Absolutely.
Any crime that a police officer commits and is convicted, the sentence should be double that of a normal citizen, because you're given rights that a normal citizen isn't given.
Exactly.
You can fucking shoot someone and basically say they were resisting, and you'll probably be okay.
Yeah, you fill out some paperwork and then you go home to your family. That's
right,
it.
Unless someone gets it on video.
And even then, we've seen the police kill people on video on film. We saw it just with George Floyd. Right. They were going to let that motherfucker go. They were going to arrest him.
If there was no film of that, they would have just...
Yeah.
Even at that, they're still giving him a not fair charge.
Exactly. He's still not getting hit the way he should be hit.
Exactly. Or why, almost like, why isn't he arrested immediately at that point? But
if you
did it as a civilian...
Can you look up, Intern Logan, could you see what charge generally third-degree murder carries? I don't think you can get a life sentence for that. I'm pretty sure it's like 25 or something like that. I think it's like... I don't think it's something crazy. It's definitely not what he deserves. Ugh. He deserves to fucking rot. I mean, I'm of the belief that, like, if you're out there killing people and you're victimizing people on that level, you need a bullet in the head. We got to quit wasting time with you. None of this fucking formality. Just get off the planet.
Very blatant and distorted. Mindset.
Yeah, it makes you sick. I mean, you have to go out there and try to live your life like that. And dude, we're white.
40 years.
40 years? Yeah. See, that's it for a life. For a life.
Right. Yeah.
That's bullshit.
So, like, someone could get out in their 60s or 70s at that point.
Exactly, and he's not super old.
Yeah, he's probably in his... I don't know how old he is. Maybe in his
I think he's
30s.
in his, like, mid-30s. Yeah. Can you see? I think is it something Chauvin?
I'm just gonna...
What's his first name? I forget. He's such a Weasley-looking piece of shit. I really like... You can see him, too. He always looks angry. He always looks like he's trying to be a tough guy. Like,
dude, that's another thing.
He reminds me of your neighbor. He reminds me of your neighbor, dude.
Yeah, well, it reminds me of another guy, too. Used to work with this guy. Years ago. He was kind of like, okay, this guy probably got picked on.
Yeah. Don't they all?
Like
these fucks.
Like no, we all got picked on in high school and stuff. But I'm saying like
some of us fuck some people up though.
Well, right? Yeah, you just fuck people up if
for
you.
your reference, Adam.
Oh, okay. Oof.
Let me see him. Which one did you show him?
Oof.
The one.
Oh yeah. He kind of looks like in that photo. He actually looks like the actor who plays Happy in that fucking Netflix show with the unicorn or whatever the fuck that Patton Oswalt plays. He does the voice work for.
Oh, with the SVU guy.
Yeah. That's him. Yeah, the guy who played fucking what's his name from Oz.
Yep.
He had the love affair with the guy with the glasses.
Yep.
I can never look at him the same.
Chauvin, Derek. Is his
Derek
name.
Chauvin, that's what it was.
Is 44.
44.
Okay, well, also if he goes in for that long amount of time, that's a lot of time for these inmates to think of some pretty fucked up shit to do to them.
They put those guys with the chomos and stuff like.
Put him.
That's another thing too. You need to fucking go up in there and have to like be subjected to the very people that you victimized and shit. There's a lot of people serving some sentences on some bullshit.
There's some people doing some time.
There's some people, dude. There's people doing time that couldn't pay court fees and fucking probation fees that went right back into the system. It's a fucking. It's designed to keep you there. There is no rehabilitation. There is none of this shit. They're not trying to fucking help you, pimp.
No, there's a system for the rich and there's a system for everyone else.
Exactly.
You will get fucked. Even as a middle class person, if the cops want to get you for something, you will be fucked. Well, unless you want to put your whole life savings, leverage your house to pay for lawyers.
Yeah, exactly. And even then, dude,
you're still gonna get fucked.
Well, they know that those resources are finite,
right?
So
exactly.
they'll keep you in. They'll keep you in fucking in court for years.
Litigate you to the end, bam.
That's right. I mean, dude, and you don't need a lot of proof. I mean, you don't even have to look too far back in history. You can look back on a year ago. The fact that Ghislaine's still running around free. This bitch is complicit in...
She was recruiting chicks. She was fucking chicks.
She's a
Why
pedophile.
Is she not? She was fucking children, not chicks. She was fucking children, recruiting children.
Yeah.
And fucking them with Epstein and without Epstein.
And this bitch is free. She's running around.
She's just going around.
And then we have the courts. We have the same system we're talking about, giving her time to settle down, and they're giving her all these amenities.
Why aren't they prosecuting her?
That's what I'm saying. It's ridiculous. The system
they grabbed up Epstein real quick and got rid of him.
Well, that's the thing. I think she knows. You know, they catch her.
This will be the photo for the show.
Yeah, right.
But her this is not conspiratorial, but her father was potentially either a spy for Russia.
Look at
Israel,
Adam trying to be careful.
Russia, Israel, and America, or all of them, died on his yacht. He drowned next to his yacht. In the middle of the ocean.
Very suspicious circumstances.
Very suspicious. So,
Asian Tupac Shakurs.
And so they think that connection with Maxwell, that brought Epstein into that circle, because Epstein was a 5th grade math teacher at a private school, then quote unquote manages this large hedge fund, becomes extremely wealthy overnight. No one knows how. This guy, and Brett Weinstein brought up this point. Why? And he's a super smart dude. Why he's dead. Why can't we get all of his IRS records? Why don't you? Let's look how he filed every year.
Well, that's just
because he was a multi-millionaire that lived like a multi-billionaire.
You'd see where his money came from, and that's the fucking problem.
How is that possible? Exactly.
That's the problem.
Exactly. So there's something going on more. There's deeper than is at the surface.
I don't think he killed himself.
He did. That's not even an edgy move. We're not even being edgy.
He's dead.
Yeah,
He's dead.
It's just not even edgy. It's not. You're not even a conspiracy. I'm not even a conspiracy. Like, I'm not big into that, like conspiracy stuff.
Right.
But
you also never served your country.
I love Jesse Ventura.
2020.
Vote for him.
That's right.
But I'm not a big conspiracy guy. But it's too much shit is adding up too quick. At this point. Okay, I'm getting sick of it.
Well, we have to protect our dear internet at all costs.
I'm getting fucking sick of it, dude. Why are we letting these rich people walk away? Epstein almost walked away again, basically.
Yeah. I mean, he got off the first time. He did some time.
But we're going to have to kill him. We have to kill this guy this time because he's going to start saying too much shit.
You tell me anywhere else and under any other circumstances, I get all excited, that a convicted pedophile would be able to get out of jail and just go right back to the lifestyle that he knew with the same people he was working with.
Basically, were dropped. He had stay-at-home probation.
It's sickening.
Stay-at-home jail arrest, but He could leave every day to go to work.
Right. And work was a sex ring.
Was fucking kids and stuff.
Yeah.
So, what are we doing here, people?
Well, and it's sickening too. I know you probably haven't seen it yet, but Logan, have you seen the Epstein docu-series on Netflix yet?
I've started watching it, but I fell asleep.
Okay. Yeah. See, I'm on.
Someone else has told me that same thing.
Well, I'm on the second episode, and like I have to really fucking just like cut it at a certain point because the detail that they go into. I mean, so the first thing that fucking just made me sick was shortly into the second episode, they're talking about his first set of charges and how they went about investigating the first set of allegations against him back in like 2004, I think it was. The police searched through his trash and like all this other stuff, you know. They were finding like middle school report cards and stuff. You fucking piece of shit, dude. Like these people, he's not the only one. He had a network of people. He was able to amass that wealth because there's that many fucking ghouls on this planet.
I don't know if I think he was able to amass that wealth because there was a government backing him, most likely, and he was creating a thirst trap ring.
Well, he was creating, the blackmail.
He had Prince Andrew.
That he needed.
He had the Clintons potentially. He had people.
Yeah.
We don't even know the extent.
Our very own president.
No, I don't buy it. I don't buy that Trump.
No, I don't think. I think Trump I think Trump got hoodwinked by Epstein because he's dumb. That's the thing.
He met him like, dude, I don't give a fuck about Trump. I don't like him really necessarily. I don't think I'm never gonna, I'm not gonna vote anyways. But
well, yeah, voting's for
that's
fugazis.
A whole, but I believe that he probably didn't have much to do. I feel like he's an outside rich person in a lot of ways.
Well, yeah, he's a fucking dick. Probably people don't want to deal with him.
People don't want to like hang out with him. Probably like this guy's fucking annoying.
Trump's an outlier.
No, he's the kid in the Boy Scout troop whose tent I was pissing in every night. He was that guy.
You're exactly right. Like he's got
it
billions.
Smells like urine in my tent. It smells like pee.
I don't. Just let him. We'll not invite him.
Yeah, he's not invited.
He's not invited.
Epstein likes hot bitches. I like hot bitches.
Yeah, I think he was more into just hot
broads
chicks in their 20s and stuff. But
look at my wife; she can't stomach me.
But who knows, dude? I bet there's so many powerful people. I mean, we don't know the most powerful people.
Well, yeah, they're not going to be in the public.
The richest and most powerful, we probably have no idea of really who they are.
Right.
We know, with the exception of like Bezos and.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Like you said, there's a group of people sitting them down when they reach a certain plateau.
I think
in
it's
wealth.
government driven that stuff.
Right. Well, all the secrecy surrounding the Epstein shit and the reason he was allowed to be in operation for so long, I think. You're right. I think at the end of the day, I think the numbers and the names and the money trail points to the fact that he was a government asset that was able to. He had a very unique network, and he was able to gather blackmail on people,
thirst trapping and stuff. And there was a lot of governments. I don't even necessarily say it was the CIA or something like that. It could have been
China.
Mossad. No, it was probably most likely Mossad or FSB, KGB, like Russia stuff. And maybe the U.S. were using them as an asset as well, or Great Britain too.
That's the thing. There's too many people involved.
MI6 and stuff.
You could be right about all of it, to be honest.
It could be everyone. He could be working for everyone.
Yeah, because
Maxwell was doing that, and that's why.
And when you get into that line of work, it snowballs. You look at organized crime, even on a small level, it's one lie that begets another lie. It's one debt that begets another debt. Right. And then all of a sudden you're in bed with all these different evil fucking people, and you're just trying to keep your head above water, juggling the individual tasks you're being given by these people who will literally fucking kill you.
And the lies and...
Yep. It's just everything is. It's all a lie at that level.
Big fucking thirst trap, dog.
He was running a thirst trap. For sure.
He was baiting those donos.
Had Prince Andrew, Randy Andy, he had him, dude.
He was baiting donos, dude, from the fucking...
I mean, think about this.
The Royales.
If you can get Randy Andy...
I don't think he appreciates... Do you think he appreciates that nickname?
He can eat my asshole, but... you can get him... You can get pictures and video of him fucking a 14-year-old chick.
Dude, yeah.
You have control maybe over the royal family at that point. Be like... Pfft.
Well, that's the
thing. Government. I'm not saying Jeffrey Epstein's thinking about this, but he's giving this to some government and be like, that government is like, look, here's your brother, or if it's the queen, her son,
right?
Fucking a 14-year-old. What should we do about this?
Well, then you have to hope you have just as many resources to keep yourself safe as they do to have you
I'm
killed.
sure they have tons of resources, but when you go up and against the Israeli government, the American government, the Russian government, I don't care if you're a billionaire with enough resources. It doesn't matter.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Your ass is going to get got.
Yeah, these countries have been doing this for hundreds of years.
You go up against Israeli, you go up against the United States.
Well, and a lot of times, when it comes to intelligence and shit like that, I mean, there is a lot of hand
You're right on that, but
on.
you also a lot of the times there's been bizarre interconnections with the Russian government and
against
the Israeli
us.
government. Well, not even necessarily against us, but they have worked closely with the Russian government as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean it's all possible, but you're talking about a bunch of superpowers. All have nuclear weapons and.
Well, also we're talking about
just Ghislaine Maxwell don't have no nuclear weapon, but she must have some fucking bombs on some people.
Yeah. Well, I think what's happening here is I think that there's a group of people that know that if they're able to get this bitch into a room or into a cell alone, they're going to do the same thing. Well, and I think that what's happening here is maybe it's making me rethink my opinion on what was happening in terms of like what we covered last week, how she was given kind of like a delayed she doesn't have to roll right into court again with the civil suit or something. I forget what case. It was like a misdemeanor case or some shit like that.
I think it was a civil suit of some sort.
Oh, okay. So yeah, she's given all this time and she's given kind of like certain amenities that a normal person wouldn't get, and I think that's because maybe there are a group of people in law enforcement that want to see justice done, and they don't want certain people to get a hold of this woman before they have the time to prosecute and expose everything.
Maybe.
Who fucking knows?
Maybe. I don't know.
Or like you think about the potential of recording government secrets from that kind of stuff. Like,
yeah, it's now public record if she's going to court.
Yeah,
that and like from the island that they own.
Oh my god, I didn't even think about that. If she's in a courtroom
of like recording government secrets from that.
Well,
from
not
higher ups.
Well, like Adam's saying, if she goes to court, that becomes a public thing, and we're gonna hear everything that they ask her, and she's gonna have to say what she knows at a certain degree, unless she wants her ass to fry.
Yeah, fucking everyone. They're gonna say all these people's fucked these kids and stuff.
A lot of people losing face. She's
there's a lot of probably billionaire and millionaire families' money at risk.
Right.
At that point.
Right. And people are going to start. I mean, dude, she's going to die.
Because their assets, I mean, okay, now the maybe if they're still alive, the victims can come out, sue those fucking families.
Oh, that's it, dude.
Now, no, those ultra wealthy families have no more money. They're not going to let that happen.
You ain't
escaping billions of dollars.
How beautiful would that be?
It would be a symphony if it happened.
I would go out to the street and scream.
It won't happen. It won't happen. The rich run everything. It doesn't matter.
So what do you think? I mean, I personally think she won't see a day in court. She's dead.
We will not hear. This is going to just vanish like a fart in the wind, man. This is going to be gone within a month, 2 months. She's never going to trial. She's never getting called. Who knows where she is? She's not in America.
No. I wouldn't be very smart.
So there's too much going on.
But where can you fucking run when you're that high profile? Like, where can you go? Dude, Whitey Bulger.
Maldives. Go to Maldives. Go to somewhere like that. If you're a billionaire.
Argentina.
Do they not extradite or what?
They're not huge fans of the United States.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to live there if I had tons of money, though.
Oh, yeah, why not?
I don't think that's some problems.
Just a few?
But Maldives.
The Maldives.
You have to become a citizen of the Maldives, you have to pay $1 million.
That's what?
Yeah. So
holy shit.
You could be a wealthy person, give them $1 million, be now a citizen of the Maldives. I don't know their extradition treaties.
Well, if you're paying $1 million, probably none at all. They're probably not fucking with you at all.
I think it's also a lot of tax sheltering that goes on there.
Oh, good point. Yeah, good
potentially.
Point. Yeah, you could. You pay them. You could actually sink a ton of money into like real estate.
Here's $1 million. Okay, I just shit that out. Who gives a fuck? Now I can shelter hundreds of millions.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're still making the country will make money off of that.
It's advantageous for both parties.
Yeah.
So let's see here. I guess we'll lighten up the mood a little bit and get into. Wait, what were you gonna say?
The Maldives does not have an extradition treaty with the United States.
Oh shit!
There you go.
Well, okay, so now we know what
she's
we
probably
need to
in
do.
the Maldives. I don't know if I stumbled upon something, but go after, look into it. She might be in the Maldives.
Adam's gonna get Ghislaine Maxwell killed.
Fucking hurry up, bitch.
Oh my god. Yeah, I mean, big loss, right?
Child rapist. Fucking bitch.
Careful. I would love it if she sued him for
probably in the
libel.
Maldives.
It'd be so funny if she sued him for libel and like that's when she surfaced. She takes Adam for everything he's got.
Yeah, she's a cunt.
Let's get into some baloney boys.
Blogna.
You said it wrong.
Sound right to me?
Don't speak it phonetically.
I hate how baloney is spelled.
Me
It
too.
pisses me off.
Same.
Yeah.
Spell it right.
What were we talking about earlier too? I hate the word domicile. I do not like that word.
Yeah, no one's using it unless you're an asshole anyways.
Yeah, you're an asshole cop with a fucking asshole warrant. You're hassling somebody getting money most likely.
FBI agent in The Sopranos. Call them domiciles.
So this week our baloney boy is MSNBC. They
What's this reporter's name?
I don't know, Adam. Why you come right out of the gate with a question I don't fucking know? And Executive Intern Logan, will you please indulge Adam?
It's not even that. I'm just like, come on, what's this motherfucker's name? He's trying to be a fucking trick, dude.
He is a trick. So
It's a Mark ass trick.
the reason we chose
Trick ass Mark.
Are you done? You got anything else? Call him something. Look at him.
Scallywag.
All right, fair enough. So we chose MSNBC for the baloney boy this week because Adam found a decent, and in my opinion, one of the most hilarious.
Decent.
I'm trying to be nice. One of the most hilarious videos of the mainstream media getting caught with their pants down, or in this case, their mask down. But what was going on is we have a reporter out here looking like somewhere outside of like a shopping center or some dumb shit like that. But
What was that, Logan?
Peter Alexander.
we'll say it into the mic.
Peter Alexander. I don't know if that's the right.
It
dude,
kind
but
of looks like him. It could be
Get-
him.
Get your take on it, Rick.
Yeah, that's probably him.
Okay. So
I can't tell. All
The
white people.
hairline looks pretty hot.
All white people look alike.
Yes. All these goddamn white people look like.
Reach for the sky, honky.
No, but that looks like the hairline, that
looks like
the
him.
mask thing. These guys wearing a mask. First of all,
That's him.
why are we doing reporting outside and pretending you need to wear a mask?
Yeah, isn't outside the only time you don't
That's
need
the only
a
time you
fucking
don't need to wear a
mask?
mask. Stop wearing a mask. You're outside. They're trying, but this is the problem with the media. They're trying to just be edgy, dude.
I know, they're
I'm proving a
hyping
point,
up.
man. We're wearing a mask just like all you people that we've
You're
stowed up in a
fuckboys.
fucking
You're fuck boys. You're
Apartment.
all fuck boys.
yeah.
If you're out there, if you work for the mainstream media right now, you're a fuck boy. You need to go the fuck
That
home.
includes Vice.
Yeah,
Vice
yeah,
is the
Vice
biggest
too.
fucking sellout
Yeah.
of all time.
Well,
You guys had some good shit for years, and now you're a piece of shit.
Yep.
You're a fucking sellout.
That's why they're downsizing
You've
too.
sold out to the SJWs years ago. You fucking suck. I miss Vice Guide to Travel.
Yeah.
It was the best fucking edgy show
Yes, it was. It
of
was
all
the-
time.
Watching Pakistanis make handguns and like fucking just quality 1911 handguns from scratch, dude.
Not quality. They're garbage, but
They worked. They were killing people
They
with them.
were- you might
It's
kill yourself,
impressive.
but yeah.
It's impressive. But that's the kind of shit you used
that's
to
a
get.
big market actually. But yeah.
But that's the kind
a
of
whole
shit
other
you used to get.
Yeah.
From that
Yeah.
show. But now like Shane Smith's just this fat fucking
Dude, they went
walrus
to
drinking
Africa.
stupid whiskey and smoking cigars, trying to be edgy in his 60s.
Dude, they went to like shithole like. Oh, I just sound like trouble.
He's not
Some
60.
terrible people like places in Africa that are like Liberia.
I've seen all these episodes. I know.
Like,
I love
just
that.
destruction in Liberia. They're going to there and they're not getting fucked up. They're going to like the shithole, the whole dump.
Remember, they were bribing local police to
Yeah.
let certain freedom fighters out and these revolutionaries out of jail
Like,
just to do these interviews and
they-
shit. They almost got fucked up.
They interviewed General Butt Naked.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. That was so profound. That was like a life.
What are they doing now?
Episode,
Now they're
dude.
just putting out SJW videos on fucking YouTube. I gotta listen. Oh, Vice, your new Vice video. I don't even want to say. I want to try to make something.
Wow,
It's not gonna sound good.
The incels on 8chan, they did their little 8chan special with
Oh,
that googly-eyed bitch. I cannot stand that reporter. I don't know her name. I don't want to
There's
know
about
it.
5 of them that you just described.
Yeah, but
you
she's
could
got.
say there's about
you-
5.
But no,
chicks
if
like
you're
that, but-
listening, you'll know who I'm talking about because she's a lanky blonde chick with a butt face and these bulging eyes with these little tiny annoying glasses, and she's got terrible hair and she's got like a sunken in jaw. Like she has no chin, and she's just annoying. And they give her awards and shit, and she does nothing except for like she's always so lackadaisical. So like, tell me your feelings on the matter, you know. And it's like, is that how you report? That's your journalistic.
Are you listening to Morrissey, bitch?
She's definitely listening.
You know
to
she's
Morrissey.
listening. She's a Morrissey bitch.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. But Vice fucking stinks, man. But
Yeah,
here's
fuck 'em.
MSNBC. They stink too.
Yeah, let's go. ahead
CNN
and-
stinks. Fox News stinks. They all stink.
You all stink. But here's MSNBC getting caught with their mask down.
So are the people there just not worried about it, Cal? Are they not worried about their own personal safety?
Yeah.
I haven't met anybody who is. I met some folks actually from Lake Geneva who lived in the area. They were staying a few miles outside of town where I were, and they said they're worried about it. They're worried about that second spike. They're worried about folks coming in from Chicago.
Here comes the red pill.
But they'll quickly add at the same time, this is a place that relies on that business. I think people
He's
here
the
want
only
a little
one
bit more
wearing a mask.
funding when it comes to these programs so that they could stay closed. But again, I think people felt like the Supreme Court made the decision here in Wisconsin that it was time to open up. But you can see here, just around. Nobody's wearing them. Nobody's. There you go.
Oh, pause it.
Yeah.
Pause it.
I love that man so much.
He just got red pilled.
Yeah, hold on. Let's run it back because I love. He's got the. Look at him. This dude is in a. I think that's a Green Bay Packers
It is
jersey.
a Green Bay Packers jersey.
And he's filming the
He has
news
Aaron
guy.
Rodgers jersey.
Yeah, he's filming the news guys, and the news anchor turned and said, "Nobody's really wearing their masks out here.
He's
no
like,
one seems
pan
concerned."
pan out here. Look, no one's wearing their mask.
And this dude with the camera and the jersey walks by and goes, "Yeah, including the cameraman." And then I think he hits him with something else. I'm gonna run it back. Let me run it back real quick.
Just around. Nobody's wearing them. Nobody's. There you go. Yeah.
Look at this defeat look this guy has.
Striking.
This defeated look this fucking ass has, this reporter.
This screen grab.
Puts his head up.
Exactly. He just gets his dick knocked in the dirt.
Right. No one, I'm actually a piece of shit, too.
That's
Love
the thing.
seeing
You're
that
never
happen.
going to see
I know.
humility. You'll never see humility out of these people.
No.
They're never going to admit they're wrong. And that's the fundamental issue that we need to tackle first with these fuckheads that get this little taste of influence and power. And they think they can just run wild with it. Knock them the fuck down. If they're not going to listen to you, get out in the fucking street and be heard somehow.
That's
dude.
why.
Just
That's why
go
you have
burn some
independent.
shit.
You have independent news outlets that we do have the ability to follow. Luckily,
Yeah, thankfully.
For now.
But that's the
For
thing.
now.
Yeah, until
For
they
now.
attack the internet, and then what?
they have control of the internet. By the way, YouTube,
Obviously.
Twitter, what all these platforms have. Don't fucking say
I
it.
was gonna go after you, dude. You keep touching. Adam smacks his hand down on the desk, and then he starts rubbing it around. He starts rubbing the desk.
You obviously have no Eastern European friends. This is how we talk.
Obviously, I do. I run a fucking show with one.
This is how you talk.
Reluctantly.
A lot of
I would
hands.
like to point out the fact that I'm like part Serbian and
Of course you are. That's the
That's
problem.
not East enough, by the way.
No. First of all, I know
Serbian's
you.
not East.
I knew there was something
It's
about
Central.
you. I knew there was
Serbian's East Central.
Okay, I knew there was something about
piss off.
there was something off about you two because you both have the facial hair of like Serbian card sharks. You both look fucking greasy and just
I'll say
unkempt.
this. That is a statement of jealousy
No, it isn't. I
for
don't.
someone who has
Look at him trying.
hair of a mop or a Brillo pad.
That's all he's got.
yeah,
Well, that's
this is
curly
pretty
hair.
Poor effort
You
right
get out of the
here.
shower, it's got all this.
I look fucking gorgeous every day
Oh, yeah, you're right.
because of my
Yeah,
curly ass
yeah.
hair and my manly physique.
You're just getting panties wet, dude.
You already know it, dude. But you guys over there looking like fucking human traffickers with that sparsely populated
No.
facial hair you guys grow. You guys make me sick. Try to come after me about my fucking hair. I can't grow facial hair. First of all.
I did not come after you. That was Adam.
Okay, that's fair. You were collateral damage. I'm sorry, but you said you were Serbian, so I had to attack your people.
Yeah, but Serbia's Central European.
You're all the same to
It's
me.
not Eastern. It's Central. It's Central. It's like Austria. They're around.
Adam's lording
Okay,
again.
so you're just saying that the Serbs are better than you?
Well, I don't know if
He'll never admit to that.
No, I mean the Serbs never defeated the Mongols, the Vikings, stuff like that. But we'll continue. Go ahead.
Wait, hold on. That was the Russians, not the Ukrainians.
Uh-oh.
That's not true, actually, either.
Uh-oh.
That's not true. Go to your history books, people.
There's a clapback. Call in.
That is not true.
Call in.
The Ukrainian Cossacks defeated the Mongols. It's in the books.
The Ukrainian.
Mongols were actually also never able to take Moscow, which is the Russian.
Well, they may have went there too, but
Are we tomatoing?
I don't know if that's exactly true. But Kiev
Is this
Rus,
revisionist
look
history,
it up.
Adam?
The Cossacks are there.
The Cossacks moved in and they were like,
You can get a doggy style, you can get laying on your side. Those are your only choices. This is my house and I get to say.
And the Mongols got the fuck out, dude.
You're just mad that no one knows the difference between Ukraine and Russia.
"That
Yeah.
I've been telling him that for years.
That's a big problem.
He won't hear me."
People need to get it straight.
It's the same place.
It's
guys.
not.
It
It's
is.
not. Call in. People know. Hey, there's some Slavic fans of this show. They'll
There
call
are.
in. They'll tell you there's a huge goddamn difference. One is freedom. Freedom isn't
yeah,
free.
That's a
Okay.
good point. Cost $1.33.
Russia's trying to change that. Though.
We've tried there's a history.
Hold on, do we have an Asian Tupac Shakur amongst us? Because he's over here rallying for Russia pretty hard. Are you an Asian provocateur?
Oh, for sure.
All right, well, at least he meets it. He's honest about it. Whatever. No.
First,
he can stay.
Asian provocateur I've ever seen that admitted up to it.
I'm gonna perch. All right, so yeah, MSNBC, Baloney Boys of the Week. Go fuck your mother. You guys, I don't know. I need everyone to just start burning down these fucking media outlets. First of all, let's go ahead and start taking the towers down.
I thought they started attacking the CNN headquarters in the riots.
They did.
Good.
They did.
Good.
Dude, Logan's right. They fucked up a CNN.
Good. Fuck them. I saw them fucking up.
Yeah, I thought they burnt it down almost or something.
Oh, I thought they were just trying to gather outside of it.
I think they got into it and broke it down or something.
Good for them, dude. I say do that shit across America. You know what we need to do? We need to start.
I wouldn't encourage any of that stuff. But.
Well, no. I'm saying that if you are out there and you are rioting and you are destroying things, try to organize and try to pick businesses that we need, or try to pick entities that we need.
Well, don't do a business. You don't need to burn down the local fucking.
No. But you do need to go burn down a Target, though. You do need to go take down a lot of these bigger.
I think the Asian provocateurs tried to do that.
That's true. Umbrella Man with the AutoZone. With the AutoZone.
He was an Asian provocateur. Look it up.
He was dressed like a fucking he had a Michael Myers looking jumpsuit on with the cop boots and the cop gloves and the cop gas mask. Come on, dude. Who are you? And like you said, Adam. Obviously, there's eyes in the sky. There's cops up there. They're gonna see their agent
on a perfectly sunny warm day. Yeah. And so the helicopters know. Okay. This is our guy. This is our guy.
And he opened his umbrella when the protesters started following him.
Exactly.
He needed that insurance.
This is his. Hey, I'm throwing up. This is my flare.
Yeah.
My flare's going up.
This is my. What would you call it? That's the swarm.
They had eyes in the sky. You could hear it.
Don't kill me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Save my. Yeah. Put a fucking drone in the sky to.
I wish they would have just stomped his fucking teeth in, dude.
Well, he need to be exposed.
Yeah. Well, luckily they did, and going back, this is the thing. This is the thing about certain image boards, that we mentioned from time to time. Things like 4chan, things like those in that realm. They usually have a really bad rap, and yeah, you get on there. There's a lot of toxic shit, but a lot of it is people just trying to be edgy trolls and trying to incite violence for the sake of trolling and stuff. But what you see in times like this, whenever there's clear corruption going on, these image boards where these fucking anonymous weirdos from all over the world and all over the internet start getting together, they are a powerful fucking force because they were exposing these people as this shit was happening. They were posting personal information, letting people know hey, this is indeed a cop. Quit wondering. This is who this motherfucker is. We need to expose it.
Yep.
And I think, that's the thing. Yeah, there was a lot of doxing going on. Adam would not have been pleased. But Adam is not about some doxing. But I mean, it's just sad, man. I mean, we have to go to the depths of the internet. We have to go to some of these creepy corners that we're told to stay away from to get some honest fucking news around here.
Watch, if you are going there, do be careful.
Yeah, well,
there's certain places,
Maybe ask some people about a VPN.
Yeah, be careful. Get the Onion Tor, not the news site.
Oh yeah. Okay, you had to clarify.
Look it up. I'm fucking. I have my back is covered in sweat at this point.
Yeah, I think if you guys have been hearing that sound in the background, that's our little space heater.
Oh, space heater.
I'm sorry, our tower fan. God damn, I am off today, dude. The whole world burning and revolution gets me all excited. I can't speak anymore. But yeah, if you're hearing that, it's hot as fuck in this room, and with the three of us over here spitting hot fire on these microphones, it gets a little tough. So I think with that being said, we're going to go ahead and draw this episode to a close. But again, guys, really appreciate having you. Thank you for joining us again for another installment of the Brass Tacks podcast.
Call in, let us know what you think.
Fuck you, Adam.
Appreciate it.
If you guys have any suggestions for the show, or you want to be considered to come on for one of our hangouts, or even if you want one of our free stickers that we're mailing out to all the listeners, hit us up through our email just therealbrasstacks@gmail.com. Instagram is @therealbrasstacks. Facebook, Brass Tacks Podcast. YouTube, make sure you check out our YouTube channel, subscribe. We've been doing weekly hangouts and stuff like that on there, on our Facebook page. We kind of spread the love. So We want you guys to be able to catch us wherever you can catch us, whatever's most convenient for you.
Catch me outside.
Exactly. Go back and, download some of the back catalog. Verse yourself in the show. Get to know us a little bit better so that we can vibe a little bit during these hour-long shows, because pretty soon these are going to be live, and I want to hear from all of you. If you're out there taking part in these riots and in these protests, please be safe. Know that we're feeling you, we're hearing you, we're with you. Give them hell out there. And until next week, much love. Take care, everybody. Have a good week.
Love you.
See ya.